Peace to everybody. Peace to the gods and to the earth. We are here. Another episode of Preme's Podium. I am your host. He is I, and I is he, King Premium. You see what I'm saying? Today is November the 2nd, 2021, which makes today's mathematics wisdom. All being born to wisdom. Wisdom are the wise words spoken by the wise men. Wisdom is the manifestation of the foundation, which is knowledge. You see what I'm saying? So, peace again to the gods and the earths on that note. For our new people, thank you for just now tuning in with us. For our old people, thank you for staying loyal to us and staying committed to the craft and us sharing these wonderful stories and experiences of young men and young women that old men, old women, all types of people that will be able to pull something hopefully from their lives. And for those that do know, Preme's Podium is that very well placed. This is the place where it's the podium to let your voice be heard, right? A lot of people that I've come in contact with, a lot of them are athletic people, a lot of them career people, and sometimes the only interviews they do may be at work. Sometimes they don't even get that. Some of these athletes will never get a chance to be on FS1 to talk to the Uncle Shannons and Skip Baylesses and Stephen A. Smith. So we don't want them to feel like just because they didn't make it to that level that they do not deserve the opportunity to speak and let their athletic voices be heard, or just their normal regular lives to be heard. You don't have to go on any other platforms, but here is the place where you can come and let your story be heard. We are about positivity here. We laugh, we joke, we talk the BS, and we try to drop a little jewels in between, but it's definitely all about building, being uplifting, elevating of the mind. So that being said, did I get anything out the way? What did I have? Like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend. Appreciate it. Word of mouth is still definitely one of the best forms of marketing and promotion. So please, that's the message in the back. Getting ice and shit. Y'all bear with me. Yeah. What was that? You said the who? Oh, it might be over there. All right, love you too, babe. All right. So, what was I saying? Like, comment, subscribe. I said subscribe. Subscribe, tell a friend, all of that good stuff. So let me get into who it is we're about to have up on this platform and not take up too much time. So when he get here, I want the floor to be mostly his and for him to share his truth. This young man I met, I want to say I was playing a pickup game of basketball at a church, I believe. I believe it was a church, the Henry County Rec Center, one down in Locust Grove. And at the time, I'm older. There's an age gap between us, but I'm there doing my pickup thing, and I see this kid, right, young man. See this young man or whatever like that. Don't really see him say too much. Don't really hear him say too much. But I remember a play happened, and he was running on like the left wing, and he was just sprinting. He took off for a layup, and like all of this was over the rim. He didn't dunk it. All of this was over the rim though. Laid it up real calmly, jogged back down court like it was nothing. So I'm on the sideline, get my shoes, get my whatever together. Like, who the fuck is this kid? Okay. Fast forward, this kid ends up going to the high school that I ended up going to, right? Luella High School. Now, mind y'all, when I was in high school, I didn't play basketball. I got fucking cut my freshman year, whatever the case may be. And I think was I able to try? I think I cut my freshman year or like my junior year. It was one of them. Or maybe both. But anyway, he ended up attending this school, and it wasn't until after I got out of school is when I really even started taking basketball to the level that I should have been. The whole time I was there, I was more focused on the popularity and the females and all that other shit that wasn't about nothing. But So after I graduated, I ended up maintaining a relationship with one of the coaches. Now that's a whole nother story for another day. The relationship even with that coach wasn't just, straightforward, because he actually happened to be one of the coaches that cut me. So there was actually like a resentment, right? A pull, which I can easily say now it was just a lack of accountability on my part. As I just said, I should have been taking my craft more serious at that time. And it wasn't. He just made a fucking business decision. So anyway, through the time, I ended up maintaining or rekindling somewhat of a relationship with this coach. And he ends up allowing me to start coming to his practices, right? Hey man, gym's open, you can come through whenever, right? Lo and behold, this fucking kid goes to that damn school. And I'm like, oh snap, I know this kid. I've seen him before. Oh snap, right? So now time goes on. I'm popping up at practices. I'm getting seen a little bit. And then becomes one day, practice comes about. I don't have a vehicle. And I was actually living at the barbershop. Some of y'all know that story. I was living at the barbershop. It was a Monday. I was bored as hell. Most of y'all that familiar with the barbershop life, y'all know most time they either closed or it really ain't too much going on Mondays, right? So I'm in there. I'm bored as hell. It hit around about like 2, maybe like 2:30, something like that. Watching ESPN. I said, man, I feel like hooping. Another side, it was like I had like the good angel and the bad angel like talking on my shoulders and shit. So I was like, man, I want to go hoop. And it was like, nigga, how bad you want to go hoop? Man, I'm old as hell. I ain't got nothing to do. I want to hoop for real. Man, you ain't got no car. How the hell you gonna go somewhere to go hoop? Ain't nowhere close by you can go hoop. Man, Luella be open though. How you gonna get there? What, you gonna walk? Man, that is kind of far. I do got my basketball though. I'm about to run to that motherfucker. Other side of me, ain't no way in the hell you about to run from Locust Grove to Luella. Fucking, I'm doing it. Man, I fired me something up. Got my lungs right. Got some pep in my step. Took my motherfucking ball. Pow! We hit. We down 42. We down Bill Gardner. And I don't mean I'll walk, people. I mean, like, this was my pace. The whole time. I felt like Forrest Gump. I was running. You in? Just for me to run all the way to the school. I want to say the school maybe like 8-point-something miles from where I was at. Ran to this school just for when I got to this school to still lace up the kicks and hoop. Kids looking at me like I'm out my goddamn mind. They heard that I was coming to the school. They heard that I ran to the school, but they didn't quite believe that I ran to the school till they quite seen, oh shit, this dude looks like he's exhausted as hell. He might have ran to the school. And what the hell? How is he still having enough energy to hoop with us? That was the first thing that kind of, like, the bond between, I was like, oh shit, this shit is legit, right? The next thing, Ben, I'm not going to get into the story because that's my main story that I have for y'all in how we even got close. But remember when I did the interview with his dad and with his brother that that y'all were aware that I was the assistant coach for the team that his dad was the head coach of in Georgia Excel. So y'all were aware of that story, how it all came about. So now, what have I been talking about? 8 minutes, 45 seconds? That's definitely long enough. We're going to go ahead and introduce this young man. Special young man to me. You see what I'm saying? Been here for me in the trenches. Anytime I need something move at the crib, he come through with people. I don't know why he don't never have on no regular shoes and he always wear flip flops. But that's for you guys to ask him and not me. You see what I'm saying? We gonna go ahead and introduce my guy. What's your name and where you from?
I'm Andre Ben. I'm from Englewood, New Jersey.
Let's go. So we gonna get right to the shit. We're gonna get right to the shit. Englewood, New Jersey. What is it like? How was childhood?
Childhood was it was fun. I had fun, but it was a lot I couldn't do. Just because of the area we lived in. So it was like growing up, I couldn't leave their site really until we moved down to Georgia.
So you had like a like a gun line, like in the movie Life. They be like, tell them about that gun line, boss. And you can't cross the
Yeah.
gun line. Or something like a gun line. Your mom or
Yeah.
whoever told you can't cross that shit right there. And if you do, all hell gonna break loose.
Yeah, it was 2 fire hydrants.
Okay.
So it was like I couldn't pass the 2 fire hydrants to the left and to the right.
Okay. Shout out to the
Yeah.
moms and aunties and shit that give you the landmarks to know, boy, you bet not.
Yeah, it was my my mom and grandma.
Okay. Now, were you like the oldest sibling? Are you like?
Yeah, I'm the oldest.
Okay. So did you have older cousins that was around you at the time, or
Yeah,
kinda,
I had cousins, older cousins, and
were they allowed
everything.
to pass the fire hydrant?
So yeah. So like on my biological father's side of the family, that was the side where I was like free. I would do whatever. But on my mom's side, like it was all like
Yeah.
controlled and yeah.
Got you.
Yeah. So
Got you. All right. Well, some of the people we can kind of skip some of the stuff. Because right, I've done the interview with, for those who know, Coach Dave.
yeah.
And then I did the interview with his little brother, who's Little Dave. So some of them or both of them were able to explain some of the different ins and outs as far as the sisters and some of the basketball life. But now we want to hear it from the horse's mouth. When did you start with the basketball thing, or were you kind of like Lil Dave was? You started off kind of like a football guy.
I think I started when I was like, what was I like 6 or 7, something like that. Like yeah, it was probably something like that. Like when I actually started playing in like leagues. I know my grandfather. He had it was like a old hoop. Like the backboard was wooden, and the rim it was rusty. Ain't have no net. I think I used to like try to throw stuff into it.
Yeah.
So he ended up getting me a ball, and then like every day, not every day, but every time I went over there, I would shoot around and stuff.
Good deal. What was your most memorable experience once you started playing that organized ball, right? Like all of us have our first big moment. Was it getting that jersey and you finally like getting the number to put on? Was it one of your friends made the team with you? Like what was one of your most memorable moments about when you first started playing at 6 or 7?
I think I had one like so I think we played in it was a town called Teaneck in Jersey, and it was like this little league or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think we won the championship. That was like my first year playing too.
What do you mean you think? What do you mean you think you won the championship? You don't remember winning the championship?
Nah. Like it wasn't really that important to me back then. So I was like, I just like playing. So I would come back home and say like, yeah, I had 20 points. The team wouldn't even have 20. Like, it was like that. So every time that's why I don't remember. I got the trophy. I still got it.
Okay, that's all that matters.
I still got the trophy. It's it was like a bronze. It was heavy too. It was like a bronze trophy.
Dang, ain't that some stuff? So you end up winning the championship your first year hooping.
Yeah, it might have been like first or second, something like that.
Didn't Coach Dave say he won some shit? What do you say? Didn't he end up winning like a state championship? Y'all just got some championship blood just all going on.
Nah, they got the real ones. I don't got those.
No, man, they all count.
They got
count.
they got the high school state championships. I don't got none of that.
Now, interesting.
I'm a region champ though in college. If that counts.
That definitely counts for something.
Yeah,
Oh, that's what I forgot to do, y'all. Explain my rules. Pretty sure AJ's already familiar with them, but I'm gonna give it up to the people who don't know what's going on. When I do this, that's 2 points. Now I get in the basketball game, they hit you with the right, but I don't want to keep turning to the side and doing that shit every time. So that's just my shit. 2 points. You say something good. You say something even better than that. That's 3 points. You say something extremely fire. Bow. That's a 4-point play. That's a 4-point play. You say some stupid shit. I got my whistle. Oh, I got my whistle, y'all. Hold up. Hold up, y'all. I got my whistle. Yeah, don't get out of line today, y'all. I got my shit. I'm ready.
Yeah. Nah, it's crazy. I knew you really had one too.
I got. I stay on standby now. You say something crazy, you get the whistle. He's grown, right? So we do different rules. You're a professional at this point. You're grown, man. So you're allowed 6 fouls. You see what I'm saying? When I do the interview with the youth, they got 5 fouls until they get put out.
They got 5.
When you get put out the game, you get put on mute for a few seconds. You see what I'm saying? But as I tell the viewers, most of my homies really ain't even gonna be the ones that get put out of the game. 9 times out of 10, it's probably gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta explain the rules, but we're gonna keep it rolling. Don't see what I'm saying.
Facts.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. What was I going? Championship. How about fifth grade basketball championship? Here we go. Yeah. Bam. So you got that little taste of victory. Hit you. You sound little nonchalant about it. Whatever. Big deal. Little championship. When did that certain thing kick in where it was kind of like, oh, like I really like this sport?
Man, it was like I always liked it. It was like when I started taking it serious, that was like I think middle school.
Okay, so let's go there. So let's go them times.
Yeah, because I wanted to be a rapper. I told my mom. I told her I wanted to be a rapper. Yo, I was dead serious too. I was like,
what grade was you when you told her?
Nah, it was around the time I started playing. I told her I wanted to be a rapper first.
Okay, so about 6 or 7, you had your mind made up. You knew you were spitting bars.
Nah, I didn't even know how to rap. I mean, I would like play around, and that's what really sparked it. But she was like, "Nah, you bugging." Anyways, next.
My man had a vision. He had a vision. My man wanted to spit bars. My man wanted to drop knowledge.
Nah, it's funny because I'd be rapping all the songs in the car, so it'd be. I was like, yeah, I want to be a rapper. But then I was like, yeah, nah. She was like, yeah, nah, it's over. So I say like, yeah, 7th grade, I started taking it serious, I think.
All right, now I gotta ask you this real quick because we all done been through it, or at least anybody that's aspired to be a rapper has at least gone through this. What was your first rap name?
I think it was Applejacks or something like that. I think I used Applejacks. I really think it was Applejack. I think it was something like that. Yeah. My cousins gave me that name. I remember.
Hey man, one time for the first time rap names, man. We all done been there. My first rap name was Curiosity. I don't know where the fuck it came from. That was just my shit. Fucking Curiosity, nigga. Yeah, nigga.
Yo, that's hilarious.
You'd be inquisitive than a motherfucker, though.
Nah, that's fact. Curiosity. Like, what's the difference? It's some rapper named Currency. It's like.
It's about how you say it. You just gotta say it.
Yeah, it's how you say it. You gotta say it with confidence. You know, like Curiosity.
Yeah. I got it.
They don't sound like it goes.
I wasn't meant to be no rapper. Clearly, I didn't even believe in my own real fucking name. King Premium fits way better than the fucking Curiosity shit.
No, it's funny because my mom said I used to be in the back of the car just coming up with stuff.
Yeah.
Just rapping.
Yeah, it's free. You go by the school bus. Y'all drive by the school bus. You got bars for the bus?
I'm crying. Like, I used to try to dress like I had the baggy jeans, the shirts. Yeah, like
Yeah, you look like Chris from Criss Cross.
I even got braids back then because of that.
See that? See? Y'all see how it all come full circle? I knew I was. He said rapper. Y'all see how I started Criss Cross? The baggy pants. See? I see the vision. Now I see it. Where were we at? I lost my train. Y'all bear with me. I do that shit a lot.
I think
short term.
When I started taking basketball serious.
My man. All right, so you get in middle school, you start taking basketball serious. By this time you're in Georgia or you still in Jersey?
I'm in Georgia at this time.
You in Georgia, what made you start taking it serious?
So it was like so in 6th grade, when I got to middle school, it was like bunch of kids there, so it was like houses. It was
Mm-hmm.
Discovery, Adventure, Explorer, Voyager. Yeah, it was just 4 houses. But it
Okay.
was a bunch of kids. They split it up. So the school was split up in the houses. So like if you were in Discovery, you rarely saw anybody from the other houses unless it was like a pep rally or something. So it was a pep rally and it was like a basketball game. And I don't even know how I got in the game. I was the only sixth grader in the game, I think. But somehow I got in the game.
Yeah.
I forgot. It was I don't know. I know I didn't. I might have finessed my way into it. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But boom, I made sure I wore some 11s that day.
You got
I was
style
fresh
on
because
them.
I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, I was in sixth grade and it was like eighth graders, seventh grade. Everybody was in the gym. Everybody. It was all the houses. So the whole school was in the gym watching. So I was like, all right, let me wear some 11s. I think they was fake, low key, but it don't even matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they look real. So I wore them. Boom. I'm in it. So we playing in the game. I was nervous. And we were warming up, and I think I got bumped by one of the eighth graders. I'm like, dang, yo, they that much stronger. Like I had, boom, I bounced right off him. I'm like, dang. So I'm like, I'm nervous. I think I either started or was like one of the first off the bench. I don't know how. Nobody knew me. I ain't showed no prior basketball skill. It just happened. So I'm in the game. I think I was in the corner. Boom, got it. I shot it the first time. Like my first shot, it went in. It
Mm.
was a three too. So I was like, yeah, all right. So like right after I hit that, I was still a little nervous, but like a little bit went away, and I was a little more loose. So then I think I came down a couple plays later and made a layup. And then after that, it was like I ain't have no, I ain't have no nerves or nothing. So then after that, I think I had like a couple more layups, a couple more threes, free throws.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't remember how much I had because I wasn't counting. I was really just in the moment, like enjoying it. But I definitely had above like 15 if I was. Nah, like around 15, I would say maybe if that. I might be boosting it. I don't know. But
I don't know. We gotta watch you because you said you was going 20 and y'all niggas ain't still 20.
nah, right. That's
Hey,
what I'm saying. So you can't believe me. I be in the moment thinking I'm scoring more than I have.
hey, that's so it's fair to say I'm just thinking, right? I'm trying to put myself in your shoes. First shot go in, bow. You get a few little lays, hit a couple free throws, and especially for the beginning of the game, that homie ended up giving you a little, little shoulder nudge. It's fair to say that some of the love or the respect that you got from the seventh and the eighth graders after that game is kind of what helped spark that too.
Yeah, nah, it wasn't even that.
Oh wow.
I ain't care about none of that. Like
Okay.
that's crazy. Like like I ain't care about none of that. It was
Wow.
when Coach Atkins, you know Coach Atkins.
Mm-hmm.
It was when Coach Atkins, he was an eighth grade coach at the time. So he was at the game, obviously. He was just watching. And he came up to me and was like, yeah, what grade are you in? I said six. He was like, oh, six. So this was at the end of the year too. So I think the season had went by already and everything. So like next year, seventh grade comes. It was tryouts, and I was down with the seventh graders. He told me to come down to the eighth grade side,
Mm.
and I tried out with them. And it was like those were all the people I grew up playing with. Like a lot of my friends were in the grade ahead of me.
Older,
So it
you
was
know,
like
y'all went to
everybody,
college
yeah.
as well.
So everybody on the eighth grade team I grew up playing with. It was like I was already used to playing with them out, so I was more comfortable on that side anyway. So
Was Tamarcus a grade above you? Was Tamarcus a part of that eighth grade team?
he was a grade above me.
Grade above. Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
For those who don't know, make sure y'all Google some of these names, people. That'll be another interview for another day. But there's a whole connectivity between everybody. Just make sure y'all connect the dots. Stay with me, people. Stay with me. Stay with me. So anyway, Oh yeah, take this moment. If you have not subscribed, here, tell a friend to tell a friend,
Yeah, man,
comment, hit the
subscribe.
notifications, tell somebody that Mr. AJ himself is up here. We talking this good talk, we building, we telling jokes, we telling lies. Nah, not too many lies. But you get what I'm saying. We having a good time up here and we building, y'all. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, back to regular scheduled program. All right, so now I want to stay stuck in a little moment, right? Little bubble real quick of when you made the statement of like you don't really care about that, like you really never needed it, right? So
Yeah,
I put in the description as I was making this setting this live up about how you're mild mannered or soft spoken due to society definition. Right now, me knowing you, I know you're not soft spoken. But
right. Yeah,
as far as if someone were to first initially meet you, they're not really going to see a lot of that. Hey yo,
yeah, yeah.
tap
Little
in,
bro,
Greg.
yo, Greg,
But
he's tapping in.
we know, damn, they got my short term memory again. Anyway, rewind. But anyway, I know that for the most part, like you don't care about, the accolades. You're real mild mannered. That's what I was saying, soft spoken. I'm aware you're not real soft spoken. It's just that can be the first impression. If someone meets you, that you're more reserved, you're more looking, listening, observing,
Yeah.
and that type of tip. So where does that come from? Your brother has a lot of that too. Like, is that just something that genetically, like, how the fuck are y'all so calm?
I don't even know. He either learned it from me or I don't know, cause he is saying I see it all the time. He's the same way. Like we, it's funny, cause like my mom, she'll say like, why y'all like y'all the same? Like y'all don't show no emotion. Like it's just be like y'all just I don't know. Like even people on the outside see it.
That's a
Like they
fact.
like yeah, like they cause one day it's funny, like our mannerisms are so alike. I don't even know if I told him this, but we were at a game and he wasn't even nowhere near me. I wasn't talking to him. I wasn't nothing. I was just shooting by myself. And some man on the side, I don't know who he was. I think he was one of the players' dad or something. But that was the first time I came, so he ain't know who I was at all.
Mhm.
I was shooting and he said, "Hey, you move like Dave." I'm like, I'm like, I was like, what you mean? Like, he was like, like you shoot like him, you walk like him, like y'all just. I'm like, yeah, that's my brother. He said, what? That's your brother for real? I said, yeah. So he started tripping out. He was like, nah, ain't no way that's your brother. I'm like, yeah, nah. So I was like, I was tripping because I'm like, how you just look and be like, yeah, nah, you move like Dave, like.
Right. It's that deep. If
I,
you're in it, so you probably can tell the same way you say you be in some of the
yeah,
games and you be losing track of how much you score in XYZ.
yeah,
I'm telling you, even as an outsider looking in, you can,
yeah.
like, if you were to just see y'all in different places, it may not resonate. But once somebody hears y'all speak, once somebody sees y'all move, like if you're literally sitting there not doing nothing, just looking, they probably ain't gonna be able to tell. But once you start body language, you're like, yo, what the hell?
It's crazy.
That's
Nah,
fine.
it's like, man, I don't know where he got it from. I don't know if it's genetics, but I could say like maybe I don't know. A lot of it comes from like personal experiences where I'm just like I don't know, detached in a sense
Mm,
from like what's really going on. So like I kind of like that's why I feel like I'm so nonchalant sometimes. It's
mm.
like people say I don't show emotion, but like I be feeling like I do, but I guess it don't come off as like
Interesting. So
I
how
don't know.
we just full time out, full time out. We're gonna take a full time out because I know we was on the basketball thing, y'all, but just stay with me. Because now we about to jump into a whole nother thing. I gotta make sure my mind stays on track because this is good shit right here. A lot of times, especially in today's society, that can be looked upon differently. They may feel like you just don't know how to say what it is that you're feeling. They may look at it like you really don't give a fuck, right? Sometimes you may give a fuck, but
Yeah,
it's
nah, I
just
be caring.
right. But it's just like you may not have the energy that they may have to put into that particular thing that upsets you. You may have a different way
Yeah,
of compartmentalizing
but it's
stuff like that. So
crazy
how would
though.
that work with you in everyday life with friends? or in relationships, and like they real hyped up about something, you just kind of like a
Man. Nah, you know it's funny. I get that all the time. It's not that I don't care. I really genuinely be happy, bro. I don't get excited for my own stuff. Like people that know me know, like it could be the greatest thing in the world, yo. I could get $5 million at one point, and you'll never know because I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna treat it like it's regular. So I'm not gonna be like I don't remember I don't celebrate my birthday. Like I don't even tell people, oh, it's my birthday. Like, like I be joking and stuff like, oh, I'm gonna turn 40 this year, black don't cry. But like I really don't be like, oh yeah, nah, it's my birthday, happy birthday to me, like type thing. I don't even like people be like, yo, what we doing? I'll be like, same thing we do every day, no. Like
try to take over the world.
I be chilling. I do the same thing I do every day on my birthday. Like I don't really like, like I might go get some like a meal that's good or something, but that's it. Like it wouldn't be a eat at a restaurant or nothing.
I support that. Some people may look at you weirdly or look at myself weirdly. I'm supporting that because we also have phases where people celebrate their birthday for a whole week. People celebrate their birthday for a whole month. As long as it's Sagittarius season, they celebrating everything in Sagittarius season.
Yeah.
And people go broke over those days. They end up falling out and having emotional distress because now this day isn't lining up the way they wanted to because this the day I was born on. Everybody me. And then it's like when those little things don't start adding up the way that person expected them to, now all of a sudden your day becomes a snowball effect on the decline. And now you're mad at people that attitude really ain't about. It's just the other shit that you had planned didn't go according to your plan because you're putting so much into this one day. And as you say, it's like any other day. I get that it's a special day that you're born, but unfortunately, there's a lot of people that died this day too. I'm pretty sure somewhere in history, this is a fucked up day too. You see what I'm saying? So, just life is all about balance. I'm not telling people don't celebrate. I'm definitely not saying that. I'm not trying to discourage people, none of that. But what I am doing is commending this young man that with him being in that age bracket where what I'm speaking on is so prevalent and it's all about me, that he's so mild mannered to where it's like it's just another day.
Right. Like, nah, like it'd be crazy because like I'll like say somebody comes to me like with news or like if I even say happy birthday, they'll just be like, they'll be like, dang, like why you not like you acting like you're not excited? I'm like, I am. Like I just don't like I don't know. Like I'm not used to showing excitement. Like my dad would even be like, nah, like you gotta start showing emotional because I hit a game winner. I ain't he said that's when he was like, nah, this is crazy. He ain't even excited. He hit a game winner. He just hit it and then was like lined up for the handshakes. Yo, you can ask him next time you talk to him. Against Lovejoy, I remember. Game winner, then.
And you showed no emotion. So you was Dame Lillard before Dame Lillard, like the whole team won. You was there just.
Oh yeah, nah, 100%. There was no emotion at all. I just hit the shot. And it was. Yo, I ain't jump up and down nothing. I ain't say nothing. I just hit it. Boom, hit the free throw. So we came down. It was like we were down 2, I think. And they were I forgot what happened. I know Coach Sims, I think, drew it up for me, to be honest. Came down, T got it, T gave it to me. Boom, I drove in and hit a layup, got fouled. So now the game is tied.
What year was this? This was your junior year?
Yeah. Were you there?
I think I was.
You might have been there. It was
I think Lovejoy. I was.
Yeah, it was at Lovejoy.
Yeah, I think because Coach, what's the little dude? They had a little short, light-skinned dude or something that used to be over there coaching or something like that. I think JJ used to coach. Oh.
Yeah. I know you
I think I was
about.
there. I think I was there.
So it was that. Yeah, it was at Lovejoy with that, and then I hit the free throw. We went up 1, then it was like maybe a second or two left. It wasn't that much time left. It came down, boom, had to shoot it from like half court, and then everybody on the team was like, yo, like jumping up and down. And I'm just sitting there like, like, yo, like regular. Like it was like, I was like, all right, let's go. Like it's over. Game.
Well, I tell y'all what, little stuff like that is where man, look, let me hit that motherfucking game. You hear me? I tell y'all what, that been Coach Dave and that was up here. Who? What? Big Coach Dave gonna be lit out that motherfucker.
Yeah, nah, he be jumping, he be turning. I be like, man.
Coach, y'all gotta see him. Coach, if y'all think he turned up as a coach, I can only imagine if he was a real player.
Man. Yo, nah, we seen film. He was
y'all had film on him?
Yeah, it's like little clips. It ain't like a full game. I don't know. He might have a full game, but I know it's like clips.
Coach Dave, I'm on your head, baby. I need that. I need that in my life, Coach. Yep, because let you tell it. You say you don't foul and you never been fouled out of a game and all that other stuff. I need to see the proof in the pudding, Coach. Yep.
Nah, he lying. I know he's been fouled out.
Yep.
I know he's been fouled out.
Speaking to Coach Dave, in this wonderful story about your nonchalantness in this basketball thing. I heard a little blue birdie told me, I heard that there was a game that you hit. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I was at this game too, but that's not the point. But there was a game where you hit, was it 8 threes?
It might have something like that.
9? Was it 8 or 9 threes?
Nah, I don't think I ever hit 9.
8. I don't know why 8 is sticking in my head, but I want
like maybe like 7 or 8, yeah, something like that.
And I want to say at the end of the game you had like 30.
What I had a bunch of those. What school was it?
It was an away game.
McIntosh?
That was in Atlanta?
Nah, it was in like Fayetteville. Green.
Oh, okay. You said it was Green School?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was in Fayetteville. Fayettille, yeah.
Talk to me about that game. What was going through your mind? What was the beginning of the game? Was it one of those days you woke up and you felt like you was about to drop, or it was another one of those? Nah.
Man, bro, like it was like before every game I'd be nervous. Like, super nervous. So like that was my issue too. Like my confidence was a little shot. Not shot, but like I needed more. If I had more confidence, it would have went way better for me. But like before the game, I would always be nervous. Like I don't know why, but I just had anxiety, and I go into the game timid at first. So there were a lot of times where I would have like 8 points in the first half, 20 something in the second. Just because I finally got comfortable. So that was one of those situations in this game. I had 11 points in the first half, which isn't bad. But so a scout came and to watch me play, and he said I was being too passive for him. So he left at halftime. So it was like I was confused because I had 11 at halftime, but it's like now looking back, I get it. I wasn't being as aggressive as I should have been. So second half, I think I had 26.
Oh my God.
It was like 26, so I finished with like 37. And I missed a couple free throws, so I could have 40, but yeah, so it was just one of them things. Like I didn't go into it thinking, oh, I'm gonna kill him. I was actually nervous. And it was like I went in, I think I hit a couple threes, and then the second half it was like I just loosened up, and it was like the 26 came. I didn't even know I had that much. It was like it just was like I was knocking threes down.
Shout out to you for that. Yeah, let me go ahead and give up the. Nah, I need the 3. You was hitting threes. I'm gonna give up the 3. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You said something about the nervousness and timidness, and I know with Coach Dave, that's something that he tries to. He's aware that it can be present, but he definitely tries to give you that confidence boost to where you can eliminate that nervous factor. How impactful was he with helping you with that, or for you it was kind of different? Like it was nothing he could do to make you get that confidence. It was just something that you had to find in yourself.
Man, yeah, it wasn't nothing like nobody could put into me. I had to find it, but honestly, he helped the most out of anything, because it was like I'm just now being able to control it and like actually like not be nervous in a situation, like. So all through high school, if he would have never sharpened my skills up, I probably would have been trash. It's
And
like
what
he
was
made
that?
me like he told me too. He said like his main goal with me was, because since he knew it was like a within issue I had to fix for myself. He said his goal was to make me so skilled that I could play past being nervous, if that makes sense. So yeah, it was like, so that's why like the training was crazy. Like it was tough. Like it was hard. I think that's why I was so skilled. I was so skilled now. Like now I haven't touched the ball in forever, and if I just go boom, put up a couple shots, do some dribbling, it'll all just come right back. Like that's how many hours I put in. It was crazy.
Shout out to you for taking those hours, and shout out to Coach Dave for having a platoon of youth at this moment that they can, whenever they think of hard work, right, or whenever they think of what it takes to achieve a goal, that you're a name that they think of, right? Like that they think of whatever regimen, whatever type of mad scientist shit that you, and I mean Coach Dave when I say you, that Coach Dave had going on. That obviously this is work from the kids that's still in high school to obviously you being the son who's well out of high school to me being someone who was just up under his wing for some years. That I've taken those training regimens with me with other kids that I've spread that along with. So good deal for that. All right. Now off this basketball thing a little bit. More about AJ. More about AJ. So I gotta ask this for the people. This is for the people. These are for the random people that out there. For the ladies out there, I should say, right? What is the key to AJ? Right? Everyone may say he is so quiet. So I don't even know what it is that he wants, what he likes, what makes him tick. What? So what is it about AJ that they might want to know? Or do you feel like they may need to know?
I don't even know. Like I could say like I'm a little short tempered. Like I may come off as calm, but I definitely get kind of like in my anger moods. Like the family will tell you, like like people who's close to me know, like I've dealt with anger issues for a minute, so I'm doing way better now though, like way better.
Good
So
deal. In all
uh,
honesty, it really seems like you're in all honesty, it really seems like you haven't really let that be a determining factor in your life. I asked that question jokingly, social media, you know how people get, oh, what is it? What is it?
yeah,
But
you know what? I
go
think
ahead.
what saves me so much is I overthink. So I'll overthink a situation even if I'm like pissed about it. Like, and then I end up coming up with a solution that'll like, solve it. Which is like I hate going through it because I hate overthinking, but
But
it saves me a lot of times.
what is overthinking? Like, okay, the times that you overthink, do you normally have a good pulse or a good read on it? Or most of the time when you overthink stuff, you be way off?
It'd be all over the place sometimes, but then I'm smart, so I could, you know, figure out the best way to go about things. Now, if it's like a argument back and forth, I'm guilty of this. I'll say something way off the top, and I won't mean it at all. It'll just be, an in the moment thing. But I've learned to control it now. Well, better now, way better now. Yeah.
Okay.
Like the most like now is like I'll just like kind of like I have little pet peeves. Like if I'm talking like if someone ignores me and I know they're ignoring me, it's like just communicate that, like
Yeah.
stuff like that. But it's not nothing crazy. So I got better.
Okay. Now we're gonna do a little random thing real quick, right? I'm gonna call off about. We're gonna start off about 5. I guess depending on how long your answers are, what them will depend on if I throw some other names out there. But I'm gonna throw some names of some people out there. You tell me what comes to your mind when you hear these people's names.
All
Ready?
right,
All right. Coach Sims.
Llewellyn.
Okay. Look, what you going to detail? You don't have to give me like a one word.
Oh.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
go.
See, he was my coach in high school for most of high school, from 9th grade up until 11th. So about 3 years. Um, he was a tough coach, but I liked him. I like Coach Sims a lot. Coach
Yeah.
Sims was he was tough on me especially. And at the time I kind of like looked at it, I was stubborn, but like now I'm looking back at it like when he benched me in 11th grade. Uh, I don't really think it was necessarily that I wasn't really playing defense. I feel like he wanted to get more out of me on defense.
Mm.
Because I could have went harder on defense. So like looking
Okay.
back, it's like that's one of the regrets I have. Like I wish I would have played harder on defense. I'll say it was like maybe 2 years where I played hard on defense, and it benefited. I can't even talk. It benefited me a lot. So
Good. Good deal. Good deal.
yeah,
Um,
Coach Sims, my guy.
BJ. BJ. What's BJ's last name?
McNeil.
McNeil. Yeah, let's give my boy BJ some. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to
nah,
that.
that's my guy. We still like I talk
Throw
to
his,
him.
throw his plug in there. Throw his plug in there with real estate and stuff like that. Yeah,
My boy. He a realtor. Yeah.
yeah,
BDM Real Estate. I think is his Instagram at BDM Real Estate. I think that's his Instagram name.
yeah.
It should come up, but
Good
yeah.
deal. But go
That's
ahead.
my
Go ahead.
yeah.
What you
That's
think
my
about
boy.
Brandon? Go ahead. I mean, BJ. Talk to me.
Yeah. Nah, that's my dog. I met BJ in like 6th grade. It was
Okay.
it was like way back. I met BJ in 6th grade, and I still talk to him every week.
That's what's up.
I'd be saying like I was just with him like maybe 2 weeks ago. I think we were at my brother's game. That was the last time I seen him. But yeah, that's my guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Who else we gonna
brother.
go? Who else we gonna go? Oh, we gotta go here because he's in here. Greg, aka Microwave.
Oh,
Yeah.
I call him Fatback, man. Fatback and Lil Bro. I don't even think I call him Greg unless I'm like, yo, Greg.
Yeah.
Even then, I think I'd be like, hey, what's up, Lil Bro? Type. I don't know. That's my boy. That's my little bro though.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah. And
second
people
little,
definitely used to think
yeah,
that. Like y'all hey, you Jim or
blood
something.
brothers.
People really thought y'all was brothers. Like, oh shit, is that for real?
Yeah, nah, that's my we might as well be non
Yeah.
blood. But yeah, it's like little brother. I remember when he was in like 4th grade, 5th grade. I think 3rd. It might have been younger than that. I don't know. He was young though. He had baby face. He looked like a Gerber baby. Like, it was crazy. Yeah, so and I think they like 17 now. That would be 18.
Getting old. Getting old. Getting
Yeah.
old. Getting
Yeah,
old.
nah, it might as well be little bro. I don't see him as much nowadays though, but
The love's still there. You already
yeah,
know.
nah, always.
What let me think. Let me think, y'all. I had I had the people. I had the people. Hold on. Hold on. Coach Atkins. That was the other one. Coach Atkins.
Coach Atkins, man, he the first man. I think he's the first coach that ever told me like he loved me for real.
Wow.
I think that hit me. I was like, oh
Wow.
snap! And he was the one that brought me up to 8th grade. I played 8th grade 2 years in a row. So it was
Wow.
like I played with him 2 years in middle school, and he was like the first. Because every time people ask me, I always say like he's one of my favorite coaches. So
Wow. That's fire, yo. That's dope,
yeah,
man. How perspective is crazy. I ain't even gonna get into that whole other side of
I
that.
know,
That's
right?
fire. That's fire. That's fire.
Yeah.
And where else can we go, man? Who would be the last one? Who would be the last one? Hmm. Coach Cam.
Coach Kim, man, my guy. Yes, sir. Nah, it was crazy. Like you said, it was like way back. I think I was in ninth grade or like eighth grade. It was somewhere around there, something like that. But we was at the rec center. I think it was.
Hmm.
It was either rec or the church. I don't know which one. It was
Yeah,
one
the
of
one
them.
in Locust Grove. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, whatever that place is. But like you said, yo, like I appreciate you, bro, because like you showed me that you like when you ran to the school, I was like, oh, and then you was playing with us. I'm like, nah, I love seeing stuff like that. It's just like, yo, like he really cares, and like that's why I always try to keep people like that in my life. So yeah,
Good
that's
dude.
self-explanatory. So for you,
Yeah,
like
yeah, no question.
you always looked out for me whenever I needed it. So.
Definitely appreciate that, man. For the people out there, that's how I came up. For the new ones that don't know, and for the ones that already been around, that's how I came up with the Preme's Podium again. I feel like I've met a lot of remarkable people. I felt like these people have been extremely profound in my life and influential. The younger ones and even the ones that's my age and more peers. So I know what they've been to me, and I feel like I would be doing the world a disservice by keeping all of those stories in, by not sharing the experiences, by not uh, getting these testimonies out. Right, like I have kids now, and what him and his family mean to me is something special. So my kids need to be able to see that. Right, we just went through COVID. We just went through a bunch of different stuff in society that at the blink of an eye, everybody can be quarantined. You ain't about to see no damn body for XYZ. So we don't know, never know what it is that's going to happen. But one thing that we do have to do is lead by example for these kids, for these our kids, for outside kids, for anybody who's impressionable that needs somebody to look up to. Hell, we in a time nowadays where everything is called followers or following. So you got
Man,
to give somebody something to want to follow. Where the fuck you leading these people to? You feel what I'm saying? So I'm glad that I've been able to have some sort of impact to even young men like this, to where though the finish line may not be foreseeable at the moment, they still know I'm not about to lead them into a fucked up spot or do anything that's about to put them in a compromising situation. So, like AJ said, that's what brings us to here, right? We've been here 52 minutes now. Felt like that was a great conclusion.
oh, that's crazy. I ain't even peeped.
Time fly.
It felt like 20 for real.
Time fly. Like we just got up on here. But it's things like that. Even not knowing, it's an old saying, time flies when you have fun. These
Yeah,
things
I
are needed.
did. Yeah.
These things are needed to get up here and release it and have those nostalgic moments where you can think about those coaches, those random men outside of Jersey. Here's some country Caucasian dude from fucking Henry County, Georgia, wherever he's from, who you can attest to. Nah, dude was the first coach that ever said he loved me.
Yeah, nah, he was.
Come on, God, like
I was like, I ain't have no like every coach before then. It was like it's crazy because like I've had coaches before then that now I'm like some of my neighbors. Like I see him every day. Like he like another father figure to me. His name's Coach Dean.
mm,
Man, like he another one like he never said it back then, but like now it's like however many years later, like we built that bond. Like one because we neighbors, but like it's one of those things. But yeah, no, Coach Atkins was the first one to tell me. So it was like act like someone that's not my family saying that they. I was confused low key. I didn't know what to say. I just said it back, but it was like At the time, it was like I was confused. Like, what? He said he
Wow.
loved me. What? That I'm like, dang, he must really, because he started crying. And I was like, I felt it. He started crying. This was like, I think I was about to go. This was the last 8th grade game, and I was about to go to high school.
Wow.
So it was like and I think that was his last year coaching too. Like he ain't coach after that.
If y'all haven't been keeping score, AJ is definitely at about 20 points at this point. Just in case y'all haven't been keeping score, like I know he has definitely 2 4-point plays. So that's 8 right there. Or the 3-pointers. So that's 14 right there. My man got a quick dub.
Man, I'm going off. Look, I'm running it. I'm going off.
Yeah, he might have been telling the truth about that 20 that he dropped. Even if the scoreboard didn't say they had 20, I believe my nigga had 20 now. They fucked up the scoreboard.
Hey,
That's what happened.
come on. Hey, look, don't let Pop see it. He gonna be like, nah, you ain't have 20. You ain't have 20.
He's a hater. I don't believe him. I don't believe him. I believe the kids. I don't believe him. Come on, man. Hey, for anybody out there in TV land, YouTube land, Insta land, Facebook land, whatever, if anyone can please tag Coach Atkins, Coach Sims, some of the people that I've named, and let them know their stories are not gone unheard. You see what I'm saying? Their coaching duties are not gone in vain. They have impacted these young men, and coaching in its entirety does that, whether it's football, baseball, whatever. So y'all make sure y'all get that out there so they can see that this young man still has an affinity, and that meant something to him as a adult present day that resonates with him and makes him something that he is today. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all get that good shit out there, because if it was some bullshit, y'all would say that. If he was up here talking them off, y'all get that out there.
Right? Nah, that's
Yeah.
exactly. Nah, that's fact.
Yeah, straight like that. All right, another quick part before we get out of here. Another quick part. You're a music guy.
Yeah.
You're a music guy.
Yeah.
Give me your top 3 people that you have in rotation right now. Go.
Dang.
Yeah.
Man, like right now, I say it's like a mix, but I'll say like my main 3, Nip, why can't I think of nothing right now?
I wish I could give a 6-point play for Nip, but I can't. Well, highest we can go is 4, so my bad.
Right. Dang, why can't I think right now, man? Yeah, right now. You said right now, though. I'm trying to think all time for some reason.
Well, even if it's not right now, if you about to wake up, right? You waking up and you want to get into a state of relaxation. Let's do it that way.
Oh.
You want to get into a state of relaxation. What's the first word you cut on?
Currency Spitter.
Currency. Okay. You want to get, it's game time. You need to get hyped up for a game. You want to get turned up. Bam. Who you cutting on?
Future.
Okay. Now we rolling. Okay. It's you and your friends, y'all in the car. You and your boys, you in the car riding out to go to the mall, do whatever. You and your boys in the car. What you putting on the aux cord?
Nah, that's tough because I'm gonna put on a playlist and it's gonna consist of like Future, Drake, Key Glock, Dolph, Nip, Currency.
Okay.
Some little R&B in there.
So when the homies is in there, they gonna get a whole blend of everything.
Yeah, it's whatever the shuffle hit lands on. They know that. Hey, we listen to jazz if it comes on. Like I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. Listen to jazz if it comes on.
So all right. So now the last one. So when it's now time for the smooth groove, soothing the ladies. My man about to throw in a little jazz for him. You about to take it old school for him. You see what I'm?
Nah. I'm gonna play like, man. I'll probably like some R&B, like West Coast, like vibe, like West Coast R&B vibe, or like neo soul.
Oh, nigga, you gonna be playing the thong song, nigga? Don't mean that. No,
Chill.
Baby, when the beat goes dunna dunna, baby, shake it go dunna
Nah,
dunna,
nah, never. I can't even. Nah, I can't get that one.
Yeah, they're gonna get you cut off. They're gonna cut the whole plan. You get to plan that. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it's over. I just put on because I have like a vibes playlist too, so I probably just put that on like
The vibes playlist. Why don't I have
yeah.
it? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got one? Yeah,
it's
so
my
like
baby though. My baby has
yeah.
her own playlist, y'all. So whenever I want to get my daughter to calm down, I play her playlist. I got the Mookie
Right.
playlist. It's no turned up music because all that shit gonna get her turned up like a daddy.
None, right.
The Commodores, and like the OJs, and like all of that old school type shit to keep her ass calm.
Right. Like Anderson Paak might play.
You say who?
Anderson Paak might play. You never know. Like
I like no, that's the drummer dude, right?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
he sing drums. Yeah.
Musician. Let me not disrespect. I know how my musician people feel, so he's a musician. Now I have a question before we get out of here too. I have a theory. Do you play any instruments before I ask this?
I'm learning.
Learning. Okay, well never mind. You might not
learn the keys.
Quite qualify for the not qualify. That sounded fucked up. But I have a theory. I'm just gonna share it with you, and I'm gonna check with some other people that play instruments. What I realized is most people that play an instrument and they play it very well, they play more than just that one instrument. Like a dude that be like really, really nice with the drums, and you think that that's all he plays.
Yeah,
they turn around and like he knows how to play the keys, like real good. Or the dude that plays the keys knows how to play the guitar, or like that'd be cool.
Most times those would be like the musician producers for real. Like they'll know how to play the keys and know how to do the drums and know how to like they'll have a whole set in the studio. It's like it's crazy. Like they'll have a whole huh?
Do you pull from that experience producing?
Nah, that's why I want to learn the keys.
Shout out to my boy, man. If y'all ever need some beats or whatever, like that, it ain't here, but it's gonna be there in the near future. I ain't talking too fast. You just listening too slow. You see what I'm saying? My boy do his producing thing. You hear me? If you didn't catch it, just press rewind when you go watch it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I feel like this has been a great interview. I'm trying to remain super calm because my daughter, I'm hearing her get a little more quiet, and I know if I wake her up, I'm gonna now be the bad guy. I feel like it's some things we didn't get to talk about.
There definitely is.
Well, let me think before I even get off here, because I don't want to waste this opportunity. It is. We're rewinding, ladies and gentlemen. Rewind. Boop. We're back. If you haven't got a chance, share, subscribe, like, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that notification button and spread the good news. High school, I want to finish there. High school and then college, because that shit is important. Very important, very important. High school, 11th grade year, you go through that, you get a chance to do something special. And I was there for your 10th, 9th, and 11th. 12th grade, I kind of fizzled out a little bit, but it was because y'all got a different coach.
Right, he was weird. He wouldn't even like what you were doing. He was.
So anyway, talk about that, right? Because a lot of kids go through that, whether it's from high school to college, right? Somebody comes in their living room promising, I'm going to bring your kid to such and such, and the next thing you know, the coach leaves. How impactful was that for you to go from a coach that you was rocking with, you had chemistry with, to now all of a sudden, bang, a year before you graduate, shit gets switched up?
Nah, I was pissed. Like, cause it's like the school gave him the job Coach Sims wanted. So I was confused, like, but he came in and he was just real anal, like he was just like he had something to prove. So he came in, drove out like 6, 7 players. Most of them bigs. So they drove out our 7-footer, Darrell. Drove out Darrell. Drove out Adonis. He was like 6'7".
I can't blow my whistle right now, but this one is for you, Coach. For Coach Vincent, yeah, this one is for you. So you got one out there. Matter of fact, that's flavor one. Your ass get one more. You're out of here. Keep going.
Yeah. So he drove out a couple other players, and I think I think we were looking like for somewhere to but you couldn't transfer. So it was like you would only the only reason Darrell was able to leave was because he was going to a prep school. So that didn't matter. You can enroll in a prep school whenever. You can't switch from public school to public school.
Oh.
So it'll be like, I think you would have to sit out a year if I was to do that. But how am I going to sit out a year? It's my senior year. What I'm going to do? So I had to play. So it was all the seniors. We had to play. So I still played well, but the place, it was different. I would have played way better if I had Darrell to throw lobs to, Adonis throw lobs to, Yeah, it was. He got all of them out. Oh, Jordan Ford, remember Jordan?
Jordan, and didn't Coach Sims? Didn't he just Adonis only there for that 1 year? Something, right?
He was only there for that 1 year,
and was expecting to play with Coach Sims again. And then when they switched coaches,
and then we would have had the same team except like TaMarcus, Charles, BJ, Nate. The whole team was coming back. Those were really the only seniors. And trade. I think it was like 5 seniors. It was TaMarcus, Nate, Charles, BJ, Trey, Ernest. I think it was 5 seniors.
Man,
and the rest.
Go ahead.
The rest was just juniors and sophomores.
That was terrible watching that happen. I'm gonna be honest, man.
Right.
Especially going to Luella from when I was in high school. That basketball team wasn't hitting on too much of shit when I was there. Outside of when Mike came. Now when Mike came and Mike started taking off, that's when it was kind of started going uphill. And mind you, that's when Coach Sims had just started with the head coach thing. Because before, I think Coach Atkins was the head coach at varsity. And then when Coach Atkins left, I think Coach Atkins left, went back down to middle school or something like that. And then Coach Sims just took over the high school. So it's like every year you could see the teams getting better and better, him developing that bond, that chemistry. And then for y'all to just have shit snatched, that shit was disgusting to watch. It's like you could see the whole morale of the team just kind of man, we gonna do it for each other, or we just gonna try to,
right.
We don't care nothing. This nigga say go left, all of us majority want to go right.
People was bucking at him too. I remember he got mad. I was playing in gym one day. And I was like, bro, I'm going to play in gym regardless of what you say. How you going to say I can't play in gym?
Hold up. So
I was mad.
Hold up. Did you have gym class, or were you sneaking in gym to play?
No, I had gym class. I had team sports.
And
I had weight training in team sports, I think.
And he said, don't play basketball in PE?
Yes. He said, don't play basketball in PE. So I was like, nah, how you gonna tell? And then he threatened to take to call back all the schools he called for me and tell them that nah, he's no good. He told me that. I remember. He was a weirdo. I don't know what's up with him.
Can I get it? I just need a 30. Hold on, man. All right. So not only were y'all just as a team not rocking with him, getting came in, got rid of y'all 7-footer, and got rid of y'all chemistry as far as the core of the team. Told you don't play basketball in PE, which physical education. Then, as a kid, you're a kid at this time. You're a kid, and this man took upon himself to feel some type of way about you for whatever reason. The same guy, keep in mind, people, the mild-mannered, the soft-spoken, to the outside world. But again, AJ ain't the dude just up and buck for no reason. But anyway,
So
you then fall out with AJ, And you, as a grown man, take it upon yourself to try to rescind the offers of schools that wanted this young man.
Or that he called about me or something like that. It was something like that. I'm like, hey, yeah, like he was weird. I don't know. I don't know what was going on with him. It was his vibe. We all knew he was weird too.
Yeah. On behalf of King Premium. Yeah, that's for you, homie. You tripping. All right. So anyway, that's gotta be some fucked up shit to go through. So as you're transitioning out of high school into college, is that on your mind as you transitioning, or is it just like, oh, that season's over? Glad I'm
Nah, I was mad because he lied about reaching out to coaches. So my dad started reaching out to coaches. It was a little too late. There were coaches getting back to him, but it was like, we wish we would have knew earlier. Send him to a prep school and we could recruit him next year. So I went to a prep school. It was a military school too. And I was playing good, and then I had hamstring issues, so I kept getting hurt, and of course it was towards the end of the season. Plus, it was a system team too, so it was a little tough. We played a pass and cut offense, and my game wasn't a pass and cut type of game. It was more of like a, run and gun transition, come off a screen. You know, I was at like a scoring type game, so it was tough for me. So, but it was a good experience. I liked it. Then after military school, I went to a JUCO called Georgia Highlands. It's up in Rome, Georgia.
okay.
That school was actually another play style that I was kind of used to, but not to the extreme of how they did it. So we would press the whole game, like nonstop. It wasn't no coming out the press. It wasn't no, like
Mm-hmm.
it was pressing the whole game. And he was sub in, they would just sub people in like anytime someone gets tired. So if you want to play the most, you gotta be in the best shape. Do your job. Don't let anybody get out of traps. Steal the ball when you can, like when you're supposed to steal it, stuff like that. And then it was like a screener roll, come down, make a play type offense. So it was and everybody on the team knew how to do that. So it was a little tough because it was more majority guards, but then it was also some bigs. So it was like the bigs kind of had the least competition, but the bigs were tough. So it was like it was still tough. Like that was one of the most competitive teams I played on. Even outside of practice, we would just be playing King of the Hill. So that was probably like basketball wise the toughest um, in college. Besides the military, I'd say it was equal, but that one was a little more like tougher on the skill side because it was like everybody knew how to cook. So I did 2 years at that school, and then I went to LA to Glendale College, and I was doing good at that school, but the team wasn't really. The team was whatever. Like we had good guards, but it was like just as a whole, we ain't have no bigs really. We're kind of small. So like that year, I played well. I think I averaged like 20 before I hurt my foot.
LA, how'd you end up all the way across coast?
Coach Charles, his brother. He told my dad about his brother. His brother had talked to my dad about this like recruiting dude, and he was hitting all the schools up, but like all the schools were saying the same thing, like, it's too late. It was another situation with the too late thing. It was crazy. So it was like they were like, yeah, nah, he would have to go to another JUCO, like, or NAIA. But I wasn't really rocking with NAIA back then, so I just went to the JUCO. I had another year eligibility, so yeah, I went to Glendale. And that's how I got over there. But I had a couple workouts over there before I went to Glendale. So it was like I was over there for Like I went 2 months out of the summer. Not a whole month, but like
Okay.
I went two separate times during the summer.
How was it? Was it way different than being over here on the east? Was the time lapse like? Is that something that messed with you?
Yeah, that messed me up. I was asleep like the whole first week. And then
Dang.
like the people over there are different. They don't act the same. I mean, people from the hood over there do. But just like in general, like, general population, they all act different. They don't so it's like it was weird and they could tell I wasn't from there too. So it's like every time I talk to somebody, it'll be like, "Oh, you ain't from here, are you?" I'm
Mhm.
like, "Nah."
Stuck out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, it was obvious. Like the way they dress is different. It's, the way they talk is different. Like they don't really have accents for real. Like it's like they said, I don't even really think I have an accent. They said I had an accent. I'm like, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, they just it's like, but if you go to the hood, it's like you'll relate more as a black person at least. You'll
Right,
relate more over there
right.
in that. So like when I went to Oakland, it was more black people in Oakland than it would be generally in LA. So
I get what you're saying.
it was like more like, there I didn't really stick out. It was like, okay, it's more black people, you feel more comfortable and everything.
Would you say that the injuries is something that you feel kind of held you back in basketball?
Yeah.
Mm.
Injury, it was a number of things. I say injuries, anxiety, and like just confidence. Like I should have shot more. I was always efficient. I just, I think when I had 37, I went 17 for 24. That's probably the most I ever shot. That's like the most I ever shot. I think I think, the average
Yo,
would
what
be
is
like
that like
around like
60?
13.
What is that like 60 something percent? What the fuck? 60. Yo, hold up. Where my phone at? Oh, I'm on my phone. What's the math on that? 17, you only missed
17.
7 shots, 24 shots.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Yo, yeah, that's about like a 68, 67, 68 or something. Hey, you were shooting the lights out.
man.
Jesus. Jeez.
Yeah, it was crazy. I barely missed. But that's beside the point. That was just that's the most shots I think I ever took. I think like before that the most would be like 13, 14. Like it wouldn't really I wouldn't shoot a lot. So like I know everybody would be telling me like, "Yo, shoot, you got like shoot at least 20 times." Like I'd never get to it. I'll just be efficient, get my 20 something, and I guess I'll be content with that.
Hey,
I hated missing too. So it was like I hated missing. So like anytime I see myself miss, I'd be mad.
so you were the one you trip more. You beat and hit 5 in a row, and then when you missed that 6-1, you tripping on that 6-1 you missed.
I'm tripping on the 6-1, but not in a sense where I'm not going to ever shoot again. But like my shot volume will definitely go down after that 6-1, which is kind of what messed me up too.
And then that would become it was a mental thing.
Yeah, it was a mental thing. Yeah.
Interesting. Dang, yo, you really hey, you dropping some jewels, man. Like that really goes to show how different a mentality can make somebody, right? We rest in peace,
Yeah.
Kobe. You know what I'm saying? My favorite player ever. Um, but we hear about Mamba mentality, and luckily we're getting to a time where we have these documentaries like Kobe's Muse and things where he's kind of showing what that really means in its totality. But we see him off the court, we see him on the court, and we see those are kind of two different things, but it's ways that you can use that inner confidence and that uplifting thing on the outside of the court as well. So thank you to you for even being like that open and vulnerable with that, right? Because some people, for one, don't want to admit it, and for two, people they don't want to admit it, nor do they want to relive it.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like whenever they'll think back into those, and there's no telling where those thoughts will take them. You say you're an overthinker, so there's no telling if people get into that woulda, coulda, shoulda. Oh man, I should be here. Oh man,
Right. I should be right. Yeah. Nah. Exactly.
so um,
Yes.
you know, as you said, I mean, as I said earlier, I don't ever want anybody that I'm associated with to feel like they wasn't what the world see them to be, and as well as what their family may see them to be, and what I may see them to be, which is just a special person. And I kind of think it's fucked up. It's like, I don't know, it's like right there at the time, but maybe the programming. Well, I just blame the other dude, but it's like you were stuck in between that combo guard, um, like kind of. It's like a gift and a curse, right? Like it's like
Yeah.
you're not big enough to really play the two, but you shoot too damn good to play the one.
To play the
You
one,
see what
yeah,
I'm
it was
saying? So it's
tricky,
like
yeah.
I I can't have you, and I don't want to take the ball out your hand. I don't want to
You
make
know,
it seem like you're not good enough to make decisions with the ball.
right.
God damn it, you shoot it so well. I need somebody else to be giving it to you so you can just fill it up. And
Yo, like,
at the time, it's almost like what you were, it kind of, well, not D-Rock, more so what you were, it really didn't have a name, you know, during that time. It was just, he's a guard. But it wasn't really that
right,
positionless
man.
basketball. How does that make you feel that you like just kind of on the brink of like, God damn it?
I say the only year I played my true position was when I went to Fork Union in the military school, and then when I went to Georgia Highlands. I played point guard at both those schools.
Okay.
But any other time I played basketball, I never played point, man. I was pissed because I'm like, I wanted to play point, but they like you said, they would be like, nah, we want you to score the ball. I'm like, dog, I don't want to play off the ball. Because when in LA, that was probably the toughest year playing off the ball. Because JUCOs were different in LA. I don't know. So the thing with like D1, both JUCOs actually I went to, D1 transfers will come in. So it'll be like 6'5" wings, 6'6" wings. And they got me playing the wing. It's like, oh, I'm 6'1".
Got you.
What you got me play? Like, I'm trying to play point. You got me on 6'5". I'm giving him 25, yeah, but he giving it to me too.
Right.
Like, why you like? I can't defend that. I was tough on it. Like, you know, I made it tough on him, but you just rise up, shoot over me every time. Like, I remember, I think that we played Pasadena College, and I had 36 that game, but he had like 27. And it's like I couldn't do nothing about the 27. But when it came to somebody that was my height, like say maybe they were like 6'3", that's different. I could guard 6'3". But once it starts getting a little, especially if you're strong and athletic, it's like that's when it gets tough. So I see how it is like when you watch like TV, college basketball, NBA basketball, and it'd be a switch and they just abuse the little dude.
Yeah, yeah.
That's real. Like they really, I used to think like, nah, I'll muscle up and not let them, man, they moving you every time. You got to realize they 240, 230 pounds of muscle. Like, you know, nah, bro. And they 6'5". I'm 6'1", 178, 180. That you get moved every time. So it was like, that's why I hated it. And I'm gonna bring up this point back with the Elite Eight in high school, junior year. Yeah, I played terrible that game. I think that was low key my fault. Like I had like 3 points that game. It was bad.
Just
Like,
wasn't shooting.
that's what I'm saying. But like the wing was 6'6", 6'5", and I'm like, that was first time I played against anyone that big, so I never knew how to play against someone that
Who
big.
did y'all play?
Pebblebrook.
I don't think I came in that.
They were in that zone, and the 6'6" dude was on my side. I couldn't get a shot off. He was too long. I'm like, I never knew how to play against I never played against someone like that, so I ain't know. So it's like after that, but then like the next year, I never had that problem. So I would work on it. We were the whole summer. We worked on it. It was like shoot it up higher, get your release quicker, use fakes. Like It was like after that, even in college, anybody that was bigger than me, I was able to score on. It didn't matter if they were 6'5", 6'2". It was like it was easy. Like scoring got easy to me. My issue was just shooting more and playing harder on defense.
You took the question right out of my mouth. I was just about to say, man, if you could tell the youth how they can fix that problem, right? Because that's a huge jump, like you just said, right? That 6'1" in high school and cooking people in XYZ, cool, you cooking people, but what happens when you go against the 6'5" dude who plays
Yeah,
like a guard? He ain't one of them dudes that just trying to bang on you. Like, nah, he's
yeah,
demigods as they call them.
right.
So a lot of kids, it's like the only thing they think that makes that difference is I'm gonna just play against a bunch of people that's taller than me. You know what I'm saying? But when
Yeah,
you think about it, shit, you've been doing that your whole life, right? Like
yeah,
when you was a kid and you played older people, they were taller than you. So now something different has to kick in, and what you just already answered. Okay, let me learn how to get my shot off a little quicker. Let me learn how to
yeah,
put a little more art to your shot. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all let that other bullshit slide if y'all want to. If you're in a pickup game, you ain't about to just up and try a bunch of that shit without that training because your ass want to stay on the court. Y'all go ahead and lie to me if you want to.
right.
Keep it real. You know, especially if you're going somewhere where people be hooping, you need to try that out there because now you ain't gonna be the dude
Nah,
that's gonna get picked up. And then the other time you go out there, they know you're gonna be out there shooting some dumb shit, trying to
right,
practice some shit, and you're not gonna get picked up.
right. And another
That's when
thing
you
that
gotta
helped me
put your times
too.
in the gym.
Right.
But
Nah, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, that's when you got to put that time in the gym to where you can get that comfortability in
Right.
shooting it higher, shooting it off the. And I'm telling y'all, even what I witnessed with young man, right? That's why I'm getting a little passionate about it. I've seen the shooting over a super tall defender, or upstretched broom, or shooting it inside the basket. What do you call that? The basketball machine, but it got the big ass net around it. The
Oh,
shooting
the
machine, bam,
shooting machine. Yeah.
the damn shooting machine. There's a method to that madness for the kids who may just see it and have never experienced the shooting machine. One thing that shooting machine is gonna make you do is
It's gonna
shoot the
make you
ball
shoot it up.
up
Yeah.
because you're gonna get mad as hell when that ball hits it because that next ball coming off that damn little thing that the ball dropping.
Yep.
Oh,
So
coming out.
yep.
So
It's it.
next thing you know, you're gonna have basketballs just shooting every which way. You're gonna have to run and go get all of them. You tired as hell,
Yep.
but you still got to put up the number of shots that's required.
Yep.
But that shooting machine. You better get it together, people. AJ dropping some jewels on y'all.
Yeah. Nah. It was yeah. Nah. Every summer, like I would play, but then like what also helped me too was like when I went to college, it was also bigger people than me. So like a couple of my close friends, like Charles was 6'5". He at Louisville right now. So it's like he's nice. As I'm going against him every day, shooting over top of me. But then I gotta come down and give him. But yo, I was so tired. Being that type of comedy, it makes you more tired than if you were just a set position. Because if you're a set position, you're going against people your height range for real. It's not really like like it's kind of like I'm in the category of a 6'6" power forward.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
He gonna have the hardest time ever if he going against power forwards that's like 6'10", 6'11".
That's a fact. That's a
It's
fact.
like no matter how good he is, he gonna be the most tired on the team.
So let me ask you why, right? Why is it that you prefer outside of the size difference, obviously, and what is it about point guard that makes you feel like you would rather do that than to score, right? Because a lot of people want to be able to come home and say, yeah, I
Yeah,
dropped 40. Yeah, I dropped 40. But you seem to be the guy that's like, hey man, as long as we get the damn win. Even if I
man.
can't score 40, I ain't trying to score 40. I just want us to fucking win. Like, what is it about point guard that makes you be more focused with that?
I say I love sharing the ball for some reason. So like Darrell kind of made me love this. So I'll just come down, boom, get in the lane, and then just throw it up. And anywhere I throw it, Darrell or Tamarcus or whoever's coming out of, just coming in and dunking it. So it's like I loved getting those type of assists, or if I come down, boom, fake it, drop it around or whatever. Like it just like made me feel just as good as if I scored a bucket. So I was like, yeah, nah, like, and then just bringing the ball down while being pressured and being able to break somebody down because
Mm,
they can't stay in front of you. That's another one. It's like I liked I liked already being able to dribble it rather than catching it and triple threatening it. But that helped me get my triple threat like to a T. It's like my first step is crazy, so I just use a bunch of jabs and then I'm able to dribble. So I just incorporate the jabs, dribbling, my shooting ability, like athleticism. It was like like playing 1-on-1 with me would be like was always tough, especially after I came from Highlands because everybody there was 1-on-1. Like that's all they did,
mm.
and it was like 6'5". Everybody could do it, like 6'8", 1-on-1. So I'm guarding all that, 1-on-1. It's like then you learn how to score on people that are defenders for real because all they do is play 1-on-1. So that was yeah. So anytime after Highlands, it was like you played me 1-on-1, I was winning. It was over. It was
That's a I can go to it. I don't think you have ever played 1-on-1, but I definitely remember that time in Georgia Excel practice. And I remember I was down on another end, and I know you had jumped into some of the drills. And normally, who was the one that Ellis?
oh
Normally,
yeah,
it would
Ellis.
always be
Yeah,
you and Ellis
yeah, yeah.
going back and forth, and either Ellis wasn't there that day, you was just giving Ellis a hell of a run for his money that day. And Coach Day was like, Cam, come down here. God, AJ. But I don't think they ever let me get the ball. I think every time I just had to play defense.
Yeah, yeah, it was something like that.
And the I can attest to what you're saying with the triple threats because I could tell from watching you in high school, right? And coming to those practices, even just going and up against you that one practice, I could tell the difference. And a lot of it would be before you would even put the ball on the floor.
Right.
It would be a lot of that jab, that sweep up under, bring it back, look at the rim. It's like you're doing so much before you even put the ball on the floor. And then once you do put that ball on the floor, it's that pound dribble. That is
Right.
bow. So anything off that is quick. It's a quick twitch type of reaction. So shout out to you. I can see it. I can see it, God.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, fact.
that's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all
so
kids
it's
out there,
like,
man, y'all definitely don't get caught up in just a dribble, dribble, hezzy.
yeah, nah, it ain't that. It's
You
like
can
I was
get
always efficient with it. I don't think I would take more than 3 dribbles. Cause that's another thing. In the ones, we would only be able to take 3 dribbles. So anytime in the game, I was always accustomed to 3 dribbles. So it would never be more than 3 dribbles. And I'd be able to get anywhere. Like all of us would be able to get anywhere. Like it
oh,
was crazy. Yeah, it's
three
still
dribbles.
it's still like that. I'm just rusty.
That's if you could leave a trick, right? This is AJ's personal droplet to the youth, to the aspiring basketball players, to people that want to reach that next level, or just even better their game. What is one of the coldest trick, um, um, drill? Whatever. What's one of the coldest things a coach taught you? And it was like the moment you learned that, like it just opened the whole game up for you.
It was my dad making me be able to score off the dribble.
Scoring off the okay.
Yeah, that definitely. Because before then I was just like they were talking about just making me a spot up shooter.
Mm,
So that's when he made me like be able to score off the dribble,
yeah.
left and right hand.
He got about 30 something, y'all. He might have about 30 to 35 right about now.
It's crazy.
Scoring off of the dribble.
Yeah.
Catching, shooting, that's cool. That's one thing. But when you can create that shot or whatever shot you want, oh my
Yeah.
God. Speaking of that, I thought that was my last thing, but this is going to be my last thing. This top 75 of all time basketball list. All up in here, man. There's some things in my spirit that just don't sit right. All up in here. And I mean no disrespect to the wonderful, great Reggie Miller. But can someone please explain to me how the hell Klay Thompson is not on that list and Reggie Miller is?
I know. Hey, look, I made a tweet. I said, like, yo, he scored 60 on 11 dribbles and had 37 in a quarter. How is he not? No one's ever done that before. Do you know how hard that is?
Thank you.
So I'm like, yo, as good as Steph can shoot, I mean, it's obviously not possible for him because he's a point guard, so he has to dribble. But I think he could do it too, if you ask me. But still, 11 dribbles, 60 points. Come on, yo, you know you not listen. And then on top of that, you 37 and a quarter. How do you do that?
Listen, man.
You know how hard that is?
Yo, listen, y'all, this is coming from a guy, trust me, he shoots way better than I've ever shot. So this is coming from a guy who just told y'all he went 17 for 24, and scored 30-something points in multiple games, right? He don't even care about it, just, meh. And he's sitting here with a straight face telling y'all that Klay did is hard as hell. And y'all want to tell me again, I'm only saying this for basketball banter. I have no beef with any of these players, former nothing. But for a man that scored 60-something on 11 dribbles, got, what, 3 rings?
Look, I'm going to put it in this perspective. That's basically all catch and shoot. Right? 60 on 11 dribbles is basically all catch and shoot. So I'm telling you, this is in the game. He's doing this in the game. This isn't practice. So, like, I'm saying when I would practice and I had to do drills where I had to make a certain amount before I could move on to the next spot, or a certain amount in a row, or, whatever, an efficiency drill, 60 points, catch and shoot. Do you know how hard that is in the game? It's not practice. This is in the game.
Live, you getting bumped screens.
You know what percentage he went? I know it was a good one. I know it was something good.
Nah, I think I definitely know it was over 50%, and as many threes as he shot, that is amazing.
Yeah. Do you know how hard that is? And that's NBA. That's NBA threes. That's not, and I've shot plenty of NBA threes. Those are not easy threes to hit. Off, at that speed that they're going, that's not easy shot. Those are not easy threes to hit. Like, I used to struggle with those a little bit. Like, it wasn't until I actually kept doing it every day and then I started being able to, but it was still like when I would come down, boom, 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 I'd make a move and I'd want to pull up because I see the line, but then I look and I realize how far I am. Yo, I'm like, so you really gotta NBA threes ain't easy. Yeah, NBA threes ain't easy. Especially he's not shooting on the line either. These are off the line,
in the corner. This dude is coming off staggered screens. You know how good your footwork has to be?
Yeah.
Come
how good your core gotta be
and square your feet to where you ain't drifting left, right. You just square them straight up.
Right. You know how good your core gotta be?
That's problem number one I had. That was problem number one, that Klay was not on that list, and much respect to Unc or whatever like that. If Unc on that list, I need my boy, Mr. Klay, on that list. Secondly, my boy got a nickname. Reggie ain't even got no fucking nickname. See what I'm saying? He is a Splash Brother. You put some respect on the Splash Brother.
He is Splash Brother. That's crazy.
Brother, man. My man was in Space Jam. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Klay, they be disrespecting Klay. They just talk about Steph, but they don't realize Klay is just as cold, just not off the dribble. Steph just off the dribble with it. Klay is just as cold at shooting.
I got two more people for you, AJ. Now I'm venting. That's my angry face. Now I'm mad. Now I got two more people for you, AJ, that I got a big problem with, man. One of them I'm being biased, but it's all good. You already know one of them, Mr. Kyrie. You know.
Oh yeah.
You know. And here's the other one, who is your boy, Mr. Damian Lillard. Now, Mr. Lillard made this list, right? He made top 75, and shout out to him for that. But here's my problem, AJ. They have people like Bob Cousy.
Yeah, nah, that's
and Jerry West. I mean,
ahead of them. Man. Ahead of them. They're ahead of them. You know they just doing that because one, Jerry West is the logo. You got to include him in everything. Second,
you talking about during the time when there was only like 9 teams in the league, when the league was like 80% white?
That's what I'm saying. No athleticism. Of course, Wilt dropped 100.
Which one of them niggas can guard Clay? We ain't even talking about Steph and Kyrie. Which one of them niggas can guard Clay?
No one. Clay's too tall. He's 6'7". Shoots up here.
Damian Lillard. Which one of those guards are stopping Damian from
getting too strong and
he wants to get on that court?
He's too strong and athletic. Too quick.
And you talking about the dudes that was coming down the left side of the court, dribbling the ball with their inside hand.
Yo, we could probably play in the NBA back then. I wouldn't even doubt it.
NBA, all my people, because look, I got some young bucks that's on their way. You see what I'm saying? I got some young bucks that's on their way. I got plenty of people that my heart goes out to that I know I'm going to see on that 94 feet of hardwood. So when we get about 20 years down from now, and I'm about 51 years old, and y'all like redo this list again, and y'all still got the rules on there like Bob Cousy, and y'all, boy.
Bob Cousy, man, that's
shout out to Cousy. It ain't nothing against you. It ain't nothing against you, Mr. Cousy. Respect Mr. Cousy, but come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, I heard he could. I think he could pass real good. I've seen some. But it ain't Damian. Like, yo, you're not guarding Damian Lillard. First of all, you're too slow. I'm telling you, have you seen film on them back then? It's way too slow. They're not moving.
It took y'all 4 dribbles just to do a spin move. Pat, 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 pat. Like, it took y'all 4 dribbles to do one spin move. Like, you didn't spin, release the ball.
Right.
Like,
yo, pat, pat, pat. Kyrie, they going to do that. They going to look at Kyrie like he cheating. He gonna do the in and out spin. They gonna be like, "Yo, he ain't do 4 pats before he spun. Why?" They gonna be like, "That's something." They gonna try to call the other way. They gonna be like, "Yeah, other teams bought Boston."
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. Well, I had to make it lighthearted at the end, man. Concluded on
some. Don't let Harden do the whatever he be doing the step back. Where he
they're gonna call it travel.
They're gonna call it travel. Yeah, they're not gonna let that.
It's look, y'all. Just modify that list, please. I'm not saying that the list got to be perfect, y'all, but I mean, come on. Who are those guys guarding? Dwight Howard didn't even. Man, look, I didn't have my Dwight Howard jokes, y'all. I didn't have my fair share, but Dwight, he took the Orlando Magic with Amir Nelson, Mikel Pietrus, Hedo Turkoglu. Who else? Courtney Lee coming off the bench.
Yo, Dwight the only one still in the league.
Who?
Dwight the only one still in the league. Is Nelson? None of them.
No.
Pietrus, I've never heard.
Turkoglu, no.
Turkoglu, no.
Courtney Lee, no. I think who?
Courtney Lee might be. He might be a free agent or something, or like he on the Knicks or something.
Might be. But listen, y'all. You know, these are all good jokes. These are all regular conversations that we end up having, you know, amongst ourselves and whatever. Again, we just want to bring it here to the screen for you guys, man. Haven't had the top 75 talk, but who better to have it with than my boy AJ? You see what I'm saying? They out here. So I'm gonna give my exit. You see what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna let my boy give his exit. You see what I'm saying? And then we gonna go ahead and just exit this motherfucker.
I bet.
Because he is INIC and I am King Preme. Please don't ever get it fucked up, ladies and gentlemen. It's been another day. It's been another episode. We've done a lot of building today. We've done a lot of laughing today. And this is just a part of the story that has gotten out again in the atmosphere of society. And hopefully it can touch somebody along the way and they can be able to say, you know what? I want to do something like that. I want to have a relationship with a homie like them guys got up there. And that's what it's about, man. Each one teach one, man. I'm out of here. Peace.
Every time. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for having me. Y'all have a great rest of the evening. It's looking like it's time to wind down. So y'all have a great day. What is it? It's Wednesday, Mario. Have a great day at work, man. I'm gonna try to have a great day with school and all that. So
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all again, man. Thank you, AJ. Definitely thank you.
Yes,
Hopefully
sir.
this won't be the last time. You know, you're more than welcome to feel free and jump on. And, you know, like our boy Greg then jumped in here. He must have got the alert. So, you know, whenever you see something up here, feel free to jump into the comments, show your face, give
My
a
boy
holler.
Fatback, guess he's still in here, man. That's crazy. That boy tuned in the whole time.
Yeah.
I love it. Yes, sir.
Well, I appreciate y'all, man. We up out of here. We're gonna be back shortly in a couple of days with another one. We out.
All right.